Oh, there we go. That's weird how, like, is that not on? Huh, weird. So hopefully you guys are getting this now. Let me start over. It's midnight on the night shift for Glowing Card Gaming, June 28th, 2025. Do you know where your gamers are? And now your host, Adam. There we go. Got it all in there. I think we're getting the capture now. It's weird how sometimes I literally changed not one freaking thing in Streamlabs or the desktop. All I did between the last stream and now was I shut this off, charged it, went upstairs and slept. I'm having it's a weird night, guys. Let's put on the music and we'll just relax a little bit. Because mainly, I was trying to find a new game to play, and I still am. But I found one on Steam that was an idle clicker on my phone, and I added it to my library. But now when I look, I don't know where the heck it is. So I'm looking through, and I'm trying to find where the heck that game was. I found it in my discovery queue. It's free. It's a free game. And it was kind of an idle clicker. But now I can't find it again to actually download it. You know what? Or I'd be playing it right this second to test it out. I don't know what it would be. Let's see, Idler. Let's look at Idler games. Let's see if we can find something. Welcome to the viewers. We're just chilling out. Bongo Cat. Cookie Clicker. Oh, man. Man, it looked good. There was this kind of woman holding the sword, and I knew she was going to go through and start killing stuff on her own, but man. No, it's free. Can I add? Here we go. Maybe I'll find it again here. Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms. Idle RPG. Shop Titans. There are only 36 in here, so this should have it in here. Because it shows games I already have, so it should show me again. Plant therapy. They do have some weird games on here. Oh, Adventure Communist. Could do that. Yeah, that one has mixed reviews. That one was a lot tougher. Man. You know, it said there were only 36 games, and I'm way past 36. Way past. Virtual interactive fireplace. They make a game out of anything, really. I wish you could see my recently viewed games, because porn? Actual porn, not the other thing people use that word for. Combat hamster. Idle Guy. It looks like Family Guy. I've seen a lot of games and stuff that use the animation, like. Oh, let's just look through free to play. Store. Let's go to the featured. Don't they have free games? Like, there's category, right? Yeah, categories. There's a free to play somewhere. Where is the free to play? Maybe I won't play anything. I'll just waste my time. Looking at it's the labs one. See, I could literally look for years and not find the same game. There's just so many in here. Here we go. Supermarket Together. Just browsing games, and one day I'll pick something to play. Dota 2. Esports. You know what? Maybe I will go back to playing Adventure Capitalist, because I'd rather play something than nothing. And we've been at this for 12 minutes already. So that's what I'll do. Oh, man. I know, people love seeing me play the laundry. It's just crazy to me that getting all the views and stuff. Now, I know why people didn't subscribe. 'Cause that game, I mean, it's fun and all, but you play through it once, it's kind of it. Yeah. Alright, let's go back into the event. We're doing okay. Oh man, we are doing phenomenally well. Let's look at the next. Oh, can't get anything else. But we've gotten... Oh, we haven't gotten that many more investors. You know, oh, because I don't have all the managers and stuff. Yeah, okay. Will I get for the next one? No ads. One times. I think we're about ready to collect because this is like triple. Go ahead and claim. So you got to remember percentage. Like 100% is double, 200% is triple, 300% is extra quadruple. Oh, so this is like 400 times. It's like quintuple what we were just getting. And that makes sense with what I'm seeing, actually. Because it was like $1 something, and now it's $5. Yep. Math. The math is mathing. Guys, the maths. You can't get away from the mathing. How many times can I say math in a single sentence? I don't know. You guys ever use any of that math that you learned in school? I haven't really. I mean, basic arithmetic, yeah. But I knew that by the time I was in kindergarten, first grade. You could add, make change, and all that stuff. The budget life. Of course. Here's the manager. That's the one we really want because it's his first one. But don't get me wrong, we definitely want to keep going. Yeah, 350 million manager. So yeah, the next upgrade is the one we're gonna get. Kind of got to stretch. Oh yeah, we have to remove that one because I fell asleep before I could get the full amount of that. Oh, death-defying 33 of them, huh? We only have 10 at the end of the last session. 5 times as much, though. We might be able to own 20. Let's see. That's the goal, though. We'll try and get this one and then go to bed. And I'm still a little tired. So, we'll see how things play out here. Yeah, I'm kind of re-listening to some of the tracks on here. You know what? Maybe we'll switch it up. Let's go back into let's go to the relax movement. And we'll apply summer vibes, huh? They have a lot of stuff. Wow, this is. Let's try the. It looks like Seattle. They have a picture of Seattle here. I mean, it all kind of has the same sound and the same vibe. I wonder if. I do kind of wonder if this is put together by AI. Who else would sit and. Oh, I recognize this tune too. So, get it. Anyway, you just mix it up. It's still really cool though. Go to events. What's the next unlock? 1.31 billion. Million here. 45 billion. $10 million gets us. Oh yeah, we want to definitely do this unlock. That's really the next step. These unlocks are big news. Because they are big time. Yep, look at that, 73 million. I told you 5 times as much. Because that was, what, like 8 million or something last time we got it? 16 million? I don't know. Go back and watch the stream. You guys can get it. This is like the same unit. Let me. Let's take a look. What's this one? This is different, and it's.
Mission 41B, the first flight of the Aircraft Discovery, and the shuttle has cleared the tower.
Yeah, I'm fine with this. Same channel makes it.
Every 4 computers now have primary control of critical vehicle functions.
Oh, the next one. Let's do it.
That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
Yeah.
Don't have to click near as much now. Each time I get another manager, it's like half as much clicking. Because they just do it for me. Oh, well, there's the next one.
There we go.
Haptic feedback in this is
I just keep talking about it. It's very nice. It's so nice. One of these days, I'll pick another game that you guys enjoy, and then I'll get a lot more replay value.
we'll be doing alright after that.
Yeah, we're gonna get to try it.
I probably could have done it, but
It's nice. Oh, we need 33 to that fine. May want that, and not that.
yep, it's just this side now. I need managers. I got the first 5. That's pretty good.
What do we got now? Quadrillion apps. See update? I tell you. Okay.
So, a little ways to go. Bunch of quadrillions on the board. We get to do the next one. That's nice. Budge Aldrin.
Mr. Rogers. Tony Promo. Still, I don't understand Bill Forgy. It's like Geordie the Ford.
Like they had this nice football theme going. And Budge Aldrin, so like a little space thing there too. I guess they mix it up because this, I mean, I guess they're both astronauts, so to speak.
Although one only plays anyone in space, not actually. Some people question which one it is.
Another minute we'll be sitting pretty. It's the unlocks. Yeah, we don't have an all unlocked. This is a very simple bonus round.
could do this. Probably do it tonight. In an hour or so. We'll do it next hour.
I don't know what to play next, guys. I'm really struggling to figure that out.
Oh, 80 trailing special? I should probably get the manager.
And when's the next manager after that? 4 quadrillion. 30, 100. They both are 100. See, the last, I feel like they got a little lazy this one because these last two are like identical.
Oh,
Just feel like they are. Like they didn't take their time and really think that one through. Hit that one. Hit that one, no. Train. What's next? Train. 4 quintillion. It's not even quadrillion.
but we are collecting it. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Trying to do the math gets easier when you just double the angels, because then everything on the screen is double. So we'd be close to a quadrillion. Let's see if we can triple or quadruple before we collect again. Push the tempo. Push the tempo.
So we got 10 each here. It's a little more upbeat. This is new too.
Is that the same old same? Yeah, there we go. We could definitely get 33 of these.
I mean, what's the goal? How long have we done it? 15 minutes?
I need to mow and weed the yard tomorrow if it's not raining.
I wonder if it will be raining.
Red alert 2. Hitler is out of the way. Such a good game. I mean, everything about I really wish Westwood would not have been bought out by EA Games. I really, truly wish that. And that, I think the guy that plays Kane in those videos, actually he directed that. He might have produced the games. I think that was entirely his vision. He got to play the evil guy. Why did he choose to play the evil guy? Couldn't he play the good guy? I guess from certain aspects, the way you view it, he could be considered the good guy. He's fighting against the global government and power. And, I don't know. But he seems evil. The Brotherhood seems evil. And I like that. I like it's a clear cut, like the whole thing. I mean, you just, their whole attitude is just bad. Can't help it. These guys are evil. They're the bad guys. And it used to be that way in all movies and TV shows and stuff like that. You knew who the bad guys were. Just stuff they did. What is the unlock give me for that one? Skybox seating times 5? Let's find out. Not really. What does the unlock give me for that one now? See, these are such small bonuses. It's very tiny. This one's big one. These guys up here are big. This one's not bad because it's everything. I know, I'm switching gears almost tonight. I wanted to do at least triple, so we'll go to 600 here. And maybe, you know what, let's push it to 800. Go to 800. Then I think we'll really be leapfrogging. What's the leaderboard? How many? I mean, it doesn't look like there's going to be a lot of points going into that. What do you need for the? This is the tier I kind of got last time, 7 or maybe 6. Yeah, something like that. They got a bunch of rewards. Yeah, I got at least 2 of the suits for that last one, so I might have been 6, 7. Oh, I got a bunch of these Time Warp Express. That's what this tier 7. That's where it was. That's how I get a bunch of these, right? Finish. I like in this one. I haven't really used it because I haven't really needed it. Not there yet. We're gonna go to 800 on that. So another couple minutes here. Feel free to come in. The water is warm and inviting here on Glowing Dark Gaming. You know, this music, I could see myself on a beach somewhere. A nice cold strawberry daiquiri or pina colada. Some just cold, watching the waves come in, living this life. In the San Fernando Valley. It's in Ghostbusters too. He's telling Big on the embankment. I think that was a moment in that movie where Bill Murray got to freestyle, which in the second movie it felt very script heavy, like they didn't read or off script. And some of the funner movies, like Ghostbusters 1, I really feel that scripting and just letting them do what they do. I know that Bill Murray and guy that played Egon had differences.
They had a feud for a long time. 3 really didn't get made until after he passed. And luckily, they patched things up before.
Not Ivan Reitman, but I cannot remember his name all of a sudden. And he was in a few other things. Bill Murray and him and John Candy were in Stripes. It seems like there was a lot of freestyling and riffing in that movie. And that's a really funny, cool movie that just, I don't know. If Ghostbusters is on, I'll watch that. If Stripes is on, I'll watch that. There are a few movies that are just, they're so fun, and you can tell that everybody's having just a good time up on screen. That translates to great movies, at least in terms of comedy. Just really, I recently saw something on, and I guess YouTube has me pegged pretty good currently or recently, because I saw a clip from either 1976 or 1978 or something like that, where Robin Williams brought John Ritter on stage for some freestyling comedy. And again, those two guys were just, and very few people, I think, can hold their own with Robin Williams. John Ritter did a pretty good job. I mean, Robin is just so overpowering, and he's really going, and you can't stop him. He's hilarious. Today's comedy just isn't quite the same, and it's unfortunate, because things seemed a little more raw back in the day. Like, even, I'm not even talking about comedians that that cussers or not cussers, because, and I'm going to mention Bill Cosby. I know, like Bill Cosby. I got to see him in Greeley right about the time all of that started up. So this was back, I don't know, probably 10 years ago, maybe even longer. 15 years ago. I saw Bill Cosby. I don't even think I was married to my wife. Maybe, or it might be just after we got married, right around that time. So that was interesting. He had all the material I've never heard before, except for one joke, and it was really one of his. I think he likes it the best. Thinking about his personality, but it's him talking about God making Eve and what do we name her, or what do we call her? And then I was like, man, woman. That's what it was. I know that's on some of his albums. Just, and I think it's the heavy saturation of the internet. Really, I think it's dulled our creativity. Because everything just doesn't hit the same. It doesn't feel the same. It doesn't look the same. It doesn't sound the same. When you look at older shows like from the 70s and 80s, like even the kids shows, Electric Company, 321 Contacts, Sesame Street. I mean, Mr. Rogers never really changed. that was interesting. You know, that set never really changed in all those years. Just thinking about how he'd come in the front door. It was like a little ledge and some stairs, and I think there was a false door on the left side, or I guess stage right, because I think stage is how the actors see it, like facing the audience. It's their right, our left. That's what we're looking up on stage. But I think that door was hinting that would be the bedroom where Mr. Rogers slept and had his bedroom. And then there was that closet, and then there was like the shelf where the trolley would come out and go to the land of make-believe, and then it would go into the kitchen, and there was a fish tank there. You would sometimes feed the fish in a show. I mean, it was just... I know my sister never really liked that show. Let's go ahead and play it. 860! Yeah, baby. We're doing well. Doing well. Now look at it. 31-24. Oh my god. It's so fast now. Look at that. I don't know. I just found it. Sometimes change is good, but other times it's comforting when there's something that's the same year in and year out. You know? And I do, and I think most people should have a problem, and I think most people do. And not as many people speak up about it as should. And Joan Rivers had that period during comedy too, and earlier before all this really took off. But you know, she was doing this bit of, I think she did something about Helen Keller, and it's funny. The line is funny. I don't find it as funny as some other people, but I'm not offended. And there was a guy in the audience who felt the need to speak up about his son who was blind or deaf or something of that nature. And Joan Rivers also had a daughter who was deaf or blind, and so the guy, she immediately and with a vengeance just went after the guy. The guy was attacking her like, I have a son who's deaf. No one gives a crap. We're all here at a comedy show to have fun. Do not take the comedy seriously. A lot of that is sarcastic. It's a lot, you know, it's stereotypical. It means nothing. It doesn't mean anything. If I said something to the same effect, I wouldn't believe it nor mean it. It would be something I would say just to get laughs. And people are oversensitive. If you're going to be that way about a joke and you're offended by it, just excuse yourself and leave. That's it. That's all you have to do. That's the polite thing to do. That's the thing everybody should do. And when you speak up,
not only should, like, the comedian, Joan Rivers, nail you to the wall, like she did that guy,
but the crowd should also do it. People need to learn to shut the heck up and, you know, I've heard people tell Catholic jokes and about the priests and liking, you know, what you know where I'm going. YouTube, I mean, if I ever get big enough, can censor some of these videos for that content. So I'm just gonna leave it there. I'm not gonna say the actual thing. Everybody can do those. And was I offended by it? Yeah. Was I gonna say anything about it? No. No way. No way. We have to learn to, you know, and to know I might be offended by what's being said on stage, but also to know, you know, it's not necessarily meant like they're talking, but it's not like comedians really mean a lot of what they say. It's just they say stuff to you to laugh. They don't believe it. That's like, it's so good that you would actually believe that, whatever it is. And that's the funny part, you know? So, you know, I maybe I'm not doing a very enough job of this, but especially the woke culture can't just enjoy a joke. They just can't. They've processed and programmed their own brains to be offended at everything. So that when something truly is funny, they just can't enjoy it for what it is, right? I mean, I'm not wrong. Let's start hitting the next, because I think this is going to be probably the best way to do this. Yeah, we had a manager. There's no upgrades until quadrillion. And it's like 400 quadrillion. But we're already starting to collect quadrillions right there. So, yeah, I rant on, you know, woke culture and stuff. They're ruining, and that's the thing. They don't know. It goes right back. They don't know how to write, because good stories show you. They don't tell you, and it's always been that way. There's a video out there of the 2016 Ghostbusters girls and the original 1980. I was just thinking about somebody I bowl with, and she really liked the Ghostbusters girls. I didn't want to take that away from her. So that kind of shows you a little restraint that I'm talking. I don't know if anybody could really find that movie altogether too funny. There's a few scenes here and there that I really do enjoy in that movie, but they are really few and far between. There's maybe 3 or 4. But what I wanted to talk about, we're gonna say, was there's a video out there, and it goes over explaining the proton packs. And in the original Ghostbusters, the scene is like 24 seconds or something. In the 2016 version, it's almost 3 minutes. And in the original Ghostbusters, it's the scene in the hotel where they all get in the elevator and they charge it up, and like they turn it on. You know, they hadn't really tested the equipment. I blame myself. Me too. And he turns it on, and Egon and Venkman gonna enter away from Ray in the elevator. Like, where are you gonna go? Unlicensed nuclear accelerator happens to explode. But explaining the packs and the tools of the trade, I mean, they show turning on the pack, the equipment they're going to be using. This is the clips. In the 2016, she gave this long-winded scientific explanation, which, when counter-opposed to Melissa McCarthy flying around the end of the particle accelerator, I mean, the juxtaposition of those is kind of funny. I get that part of it, but at the same time, the long-winded scientific explanation kind of pulls the mood of it. It does it simultaneously. It's such a weird concept of we're explaining how the power packs are working. That's the boring part. We're gonna contrapose the idea with some slapstick and how ludicrous it is to explain this serious thing with Melissa McCarthy flying all over the air. I get the concept of that, and it's okay. It just, for me personally, it just doesn't hit. And I don't know. I just didn't feel like that movie did it. Oh yeah. So the reason why was that's the woke culture in effect. They can't, and maybe it is the internet and, you know, stifling creativity and writing, and, you know, I almost think that the people that are going to do well, be successful in the next 10 to 20 years, 30 years, are going to be people that don't watch a lot of YouTube, don't watch a lot of online or TV or anything like that, go out and touch grass, but are constantly thinking of stories and scenarios. They're using their imagination a lot more than, you know, because I remember the 70s and 80s. I grew up in the 80s. I don't remember the 70s because I was born in the 70s. So it seemed like everybody was just stronger and fit mentally. I don't know. It's something else. There's just something there. And I truly do believe that if people would stop watching TV as much and playing, and I'm guilty of this too. And fortunately, I, you know, had the good graces to grow up in 70s and 80s, 90s, and saw, especially, I'm telling you, the 90s, it was already starting to drift away. I think TV was causing some of the creativity to be lost already because people were watching so much. And not to say anything bad, because the content in the 70s and 80s was just so good.
Now, saying all that, I mean, it's just,
I don't know. It just feels like, that content was stronger back then. And I think about, and I've talked about on the podcast. This is not a podcast. I talked about it on the live stream before about how
I've thought about sci-fi stories and all of them. There's one that I'm scared to have one. I didn't bring water down.
So and I think my book, The Infinite Corridor, was written kind of with that storyline in mind. Where is this story going? What's the twist? Why is this sci-fi? Why does anybody want to watch this? And I'm not talking about M. Night Shyamalan twist, where there's always a twist, and it always comes at the end. Not always solid. Sometimes the twist is at the beginning. Some of the Twilight episodes you knew right away. The guy making a deal with Satan to live forever. And the guy couldn't die. He even tried, self-destruction. And, yeah, it didn't take. And, that was the twist, is eventually he did something, or he hurt his wife, or there was something really bad that happened, and then he wanted to be ended, and that's how the energy won on that one. But you knew right away that what the twist was, that he's making a deal with Satan, and the ending, it's kind of a little twist too. It's like a double twist almost. But that creativity and that storyline, that's the kind of thing I'm looking for to write. Having good characters, there's nothing wrong with that. But like I was saying, another one of these live streams. What if you had the choice to go back, but you'd lose your family and your life? I mean, not your actual. You keep breathing, you come back and you live. The lifestyle, goes from being a family man and having a lot of friends and stuff to being a loner and not having anyone that you knew. I just like the concepts and that kind of thing. You get. So yeah, we're gonna, like I said, we're gonna get this, and then we'll cut the stream for tonight. So my ramblings will stop. The one viewer, which is probably me, will go away, and we'll find something else to play. might, you know what? Let's do the Twitch tracker. Let's look at the Twitch tracker. We're gonna, you know, we should bookmark this. Let's bookmark the Twitch tracker.
Concurrent streams, uniquely, streamers, daily, hours watched. Look at that, 52 million hours watched.
82,000 channels broadcasting. What do we got? Tim the Tapman, Queso, top vlog channels. Yep, Queso's definitely the biggest right now. Immersion, Kai Sinet, whatever. X-Speed, Kai X-Speed.
What's we got? FPS Shaka. Shaka's part of that. Oh, these are.
I want to see the top games. So these are games I could probably. I should pick one of these.
So, we're in one of the channels right now. Just chatting. But there's Grand Theft Auto 5, League of Legends.
Which I think League of Legends, Counter-Strike. I think that's Counter-Strike 2. Valorant, Dota 2, Fortnite, IRL. Alright. Rust, Death Stranding 2 on the beach. On the beach. Trending games. Death Stranding 2 is the big one right now. There's a lot of channels playing there.
System Shock 2, 25th anniversary. That's a big one. I did think about getting that one.
Diablo 2 Resurrected. Not a lot of channels playing that one. Let's take a look at that one real quick. Because I own that. That's interesting. The last 7 days. That doesn't look great. It comes and goes. Comes and goes. Alright. Probably not the game we want to play.
Let's look at the trending games, I think. Review more. Download the clips.
We look at trending games.
A lot of World War Cup.
Dang, that's looking good.
Take a look at this overnight. Especially if there's a free game I could play. I'll do that.
Did you just get back from the concert? This is just chilling out with Adventure Capitalist. Clicker,
Trying to figure out what else to play. I'm gonna play some more Tempest Rising. Get through the, but I've already finished the GDF campaign
and playing through the Tempest Brotherhood side, and about a quarter, or maybe a little more than a quarter of the way through that. So, just trying to figure things out, ranting, and well, that's good. Did I mute it too much?
Oh, hold on. Let me mute one of these. How's that?
45 minutes to get out of the park. That's actually, I think you made good time. I think you made good time because I mean, they're still really popular, and
I heard they had like close to 200 roadies setting up and tearing down. Cool. Not
is the sound too loud? Not loud enough? Are you chilling out with me on the sound? Yeah, I bet. Yeah, yeah. And Sunday is going to be the day because they have two other bands joining them on top of who's already playing. At least that's what I heard. I'm not as big of a concert. I mean, I say I'm not as big of a concert goer, but I could totally, especially if I had a couple of
Why is my mic coming through a little off? I wonder. Well, the weird thing is I had to change the audio input caption. Yes.
oh yeah, Limp Bizkit's not the best. And I could see that from your point of view too, because they do some rap, even though it's hard rock rap. Probably still not your thing.
Well, you know I like Flogging Molly, so I'll go with that for sure, because I'm Irish and I like that. Let me see. Audio input capture.
Let me see what I got. Let's change it 1 second. Nope, it's got to be this one. Maybe I'll turn it down a little bit. I'll turn both down, and then I'll turn that down, so maybe it doesn't distort. Oh, I would love to see them at Red Rocks, although the climb would have been. I got to get in shape for that climb. If I'm going to go see a concert there, it's going to be some hard workouts for the month leading up to that. All right, I'm only sleeping. What? I'm looking at. There's a web page called Twitch Tracker that
kind of shows the stats of who's watching what in what games and uh, what's popular now, what's trending, all that stuff.
Well, to be fair, if Jeremy and I went up to Red Rocks right now, I would bet cash money in Vegas that I would beat him to the top of Red Rocks, all those stairs.
There are times in my life where naturally I get in more shit, and it's because I have to do. I own a house now. All of this.
And I have to cut the grass and edge and weed and that's a workout. And that takes me through. It's just like a 3 or 4 hour workout. We should sell tickets. We should totally do that. And I mean, it wouldn't be
Like a running race, it would be us walking, stopping, breathing, walking, stopping, breathing, all the way up there.
I'd make it. I'd make it to the top. I would work out and prep for that for sure. The weird thing is, my viewer count is definitely not right.
I don't know how many people are in the stream at any given time with the Streamlabs, because you're in here and it says one, and it said one the entire stream. And then when I checked this,
The numbers from the other night, I had like 7, and there were like 3. I think the peak was 3 concurrent. So that's definitely not accurate. How's it sound now? Must be doing okay. You haven't mentioned too much. The other part that is the music.
it's got a kind of a sub track to it that has like a record, the crackly poppy sound of like it's a record being played.
So that I don't know if that's actually affecting anything. Um, they have a category. I'm looking at the games and stuff on the. Oh, probably. Yeah, probably. I don't know how I can position this mic so it doesn't do that. I had to buy a new headset because the last one the mic was shorted out. So I got a really nice expensive one, but I got the package deal from Best Buy, so this should last for 3 years at least. Shouldn't be low bandwidth. Although the weird part is that my connection today went out a couple times, and that since I've been on the fiber, that usually doesn't happen. And it's weird because
The different things I use, one went out, came back, and then the other went out and came back, and that's fine. Prior to having fiber, they would both go down simultaneously, and
I'd have to restart or do whatever they'd be out for 30 seconds to a minute. And during that time, I'd be like, well, crap. Am I going to have to drive in? And then they come back up, and I'd be like, no, I don't. Warning. Low bandwidth. Warning.
this is a test of the emergency broadcast system. If this was an actual emergency, you'd be informed where to tune for more information. Remember, this is only a test.
So, yeah, I'm looking through. They have a category. It's just titled sports. Doesn't tell you what sport, just sports. And to be fair,
Twitch is really good. I found that even like the smallest games you would think, okay, this is a homegrown. This game was made in Russia or China. Like
10 people play it. No way I'm going to find this game on Twitch. Start typing it in, and it pops right up. They do a great job of being able to give you the channel that you need for the game. So I'm not sure why you would just put it in a generic sports channel when you do Madden or NHL or whatever. I guess that's true.
nerd. But they also let me tell you the other channel I'm seeing in here. It's called I'm Only Sleeping. I don't know if there's a game called that.
In Steam real quick. Or I'm only sleeping. No, nothing. Nothing's coming up. So that category is for streamers that sleep in front of their camera. That's what that is.
I can guarantee that. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. All right, let's get back into this because I want to get.
My goal is before this timer runs out, we're gonna own 33 of these guys right here. Well, that actually, and I know we've both seen the videos of some guy, just like I'm doing right now,
Jabbering away, blah 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 blah. Really tired. Been doing off and on for a while. Finally falls asleep. He starts snoring, and he sleeps for like 3 hours. And his stream blows up.
as constant as the Northern Star. Um, I like that comment. But yeah, and then he like wakes up and he has like 10,000 new followers. Like I can't remember how much in donations he had. It wasn't as much in donations as expected, but it was like 5 grand more money than he'd ever made on the stream or anything. I'm like, all I did was fall asleep. That's it. So I believe you when you say I pay real money to watch your stream sleeping. That almost happened to me because I've been really tired this week. So I streamed for about an hour earlier today, just after work, around 6 o'clock, and then like about 45, 50 minutes into that, I'm like, nope, that's it, I'm done. I actually did start to fall asleep
Here, and I was like, if this chair were more comfortable, I might have just put my head back and faded out. But it's not that comfortable.
Well, I have been talking about the Wokies a little bit on this chat and how they can't take a joke. How they're ruining comedy and TV shows and creativity, and well, not so much them, but I think the internet too.
I think we can hit the 10,000 mark in a single stream.
Not the way I'd want to do it, but whatever pays the bills, I guess, at this point. What the heck? Let's do it. Come on over. I have a tripod set up. That's the camera I'm using. So it's not even my webcam on built in.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. No, no, I agree. My whole point, I'm gonna recover it. So those of you who already heard, you can fast forward or whatever you want to do.
But my example was, again, it's my favorite movie, Ghostbusters 1984 versus the 2016. And there's a clip of them explaining the proton packs. In the original, it's like 21 or 24 seconds. It's them riding up the elevator 13 floors.
And during that process, they're showing you how dangerous the equipment is, how they haven't tested it. They don't really go into explaining how it works, but they flip it on.
And Egon and Venkman shift over in the elevator away from Ray. It's a really funny moment. I'm laughing just thinking about it. Contrapose to that, I'm going to use that word here again in a minute too. Contrapose to that is the 2016 version
With the girls, which that scene is 2 minutes, 50 seconds, 45 seconds, somewhere in that neighborhood. And two things are going on during that scene.
One, the girl who's playing the scientist for Egon, she's explaining in very precise scientific detail how the packs work, and it's kind of boring. But on the opposing side of that, or juxtaposed to that, is Melissa McCarthy
Using the proton pack, and the stream is actually shooting her backwards, and she's flying around the air. So this is where the comedy is supposed to come in that there's a serious thing. She's explaining serious things.
and this slapstick comedy thing is going on in the back. Just doesn't quite hit for me. The other part is it's too long and they're telling us versus showing us. Those guys love to tell you. They love to tell you how things should be. They don't show you how things should be, because when you go into the reality of it,
Yeah. I don't need to tell you. You've seen it. They've shown you. So,
in sort of a way, they kind of do that, I guess. No, we don't want to buy anything with gold. I need to focus up so I can get this goal. See, we need 33 of these. And we're going to have to use some of the angels or gain.
I'm going to have to do this one more time to hit it. I just know the numbers pretty well in this game. I've played it for years and years and years. So I kind of am familiar with the structure of it.
I don't know why I'm getting double pings from you right now, but I'm hearing it, and I'm seeing it on the stream, and then I'm hearing it and seeing it in my chat. I'd rather get double. Yes, I would agree that 2016 was.
Yes. I also agree Ghostbusters 2016 and Disney Plus for the past 15 years are propaganda, not storytelling. And again, you know that. How? Because they're telling you.
All of that propaganda. Even if they were showing you that stuff, that's why they have to tell you, because if they went in and showed that stuff, man, talk about bombing and having no viewers or ratings or ticket sales or whatever metric you want to use to measure that.
Fine. I'm a bigot. Sure. Yep. Totally. In this aspect. You got me. You picked me.
Oh, not until we're spooning. But yeah, no, and I can't, and most people can't stand that, and I don't know why
That's still being pushed because it's failing. So it's failed hard. Like every TV show, movie that has them.
I mean, the ratings just immediately go off a cliff. And it's like this real stupidity of trying the same thing over and over and getting the same result, but we're expecting a different result. And the mentality of the mindset programming that they've done to their own minds
Is just ingrained in there. It's I guess it's kind of like maybe a steel marble that has rolled down the surface of
long enough that it's created a track, so their brains are kind of working the same way. They just keep rolling that steel marble, it keeps going in the same track, the same result, but the expectation is different somehow in their own mind. And I really don't understand. I don't get it. And to be perfectly honest, I don't know who's funding or backing this, but I can't believe they're not bankrupt or broke. Like 15 years of losing trillions, literally trillions of dollars out the door. I don't get it. I do not get it. I do not understand. I get that. I understand that. The way that basic economics works is that supply and that demand, right?
They've managed to find something that they have supply, almost an infinite supply, an abundance of,
Where there's absolutely no demand or very little demand for that. I cringe at the graph that would create, because normally you have kind of an X, supply and demand. So as more and more supplied and more is bought, it goes down, and demand goes up as more of the supply runs out. So it becomes more scarce, and then you hit this
supply point and price point in the middle where they meet, and that's the price of.
I mean, it's how everything's priced in the market with no adjustments or government oversight or you know any in a naturally open free market. That's how that's supposed to work. Price is set, quantity produced is set, everybody's happy. Well, everybody under the square that got what they wanted and were able to supply the needed price and paid the needed price for that is happy. Everybody that got outpriced is not as happy. Yeah, no, I would just agree that they aren't made for us. And oh, I could have gotten another man. Should have probably done that. Where we at with the investors? Yeah, we're almost there. We'll run the numbers one more time. What's the next unlock for that? 17. We're at 15. We can get these. So get trillions on that. Maybe the next. 39 quadrillion. 46 quadrillion. Yeah, we're not going to hit this on this round, but we will next round. And we're almost there because we're going to double to 21. It's not a game sound, by the way. I could turn the sound on for this game, but it sounds horrible. I found some, just in case you need to know this, if you'd like to learn this. This is copyright free music for, it's basically strictly for Twitch gamers, streamers, people like us. If you do a live stream or podcast or anything like that, and you want some background music, you can find all of this music at the Relaxed Movement channel.
It's 12 hours. It's all kind of like this, but I don't mind it. It kind of rocks a little bit. So I'll turn it up just a touch.
Let's go up to 22%, 4% increase, and we'll do good there. Have a good night. I'm probably gonna head to bed here in the next 30 minutes. I'll hit that goal in the next, and I'll just yammer on until about 1:45, and then I'll hit the sack myself. I already got a huge nap in between my first stream at between 6 and 7. I mean, it's like 3 hours. Ate some pizza. I'm good now. Have a good night. Dream of Metallica concerts. And be good to each other out there. Josh. I don't know what I'm gonna do without my one viewer now. I'm so sad. But I really appreciate that he jumped on and was chatting for a while. That was really cool. So, anyone else out there, feel free to chat. I'm still a small channel. We can still have conversations right now. If I ever get bigger, it's gonna be a lot harder. You've seen Queso's stream and just thousands of people chatting at him all day and night through the entire stream. It never stops. So we have another 250-ish, 275 to go on the Angels. Everything will double. So by this point, we'll be able to afford these. So all of these will go up even for more. There I go, dropping stuff. Oh my God, what am I doing with my life? Oh, things are dropping, things are flying, things are. One thing I'm going to brag about, I was mentioning earlier, and it's weird that we flowed right into that conversation. I was talking about the local stuff way earlier, and somehow we floated right into that. So that was an interesting, I wouldn't say confirmation, but interesting coincidence of events. So, yeah, I mean, it is what it is. But I did want to say thank you to the people who have been purchasing my book. It's not a lot of you. I've sold maybe 50 copies. And what's really bad, and what I really wish I'd written this version or this copy of the book in round 1 and published that, because at one point I'd sold 10 copies in a day right before I pulled it off to rewrite it. It did need to be rewritten. It did need to be pulled off. I would do the same thing in a day, but because I spent another 6 to 8 months rewriting, editing, polishing, all of that, that momentum I had all went away. Now I'm just starting to get it back. For this month alone, I've sold another 10 copies. So that overall, in the long length of time that's been out there, I've sold, well, maybe not 50 copies. I've sold maybe 30 copies, and some Amazon Kindle readers. I actually get paid per page read on. It's the weirdest metric of, like the paperbacks. If they buy the version, a Kindle version, the electronic version, they get paid for that. But then there's like this e-reader version where, as they read it, I get paid. weird. I can tell you that my my book's around 250 pages, and I know at least 3 people are reading it on Kindle because it says something like 550 pages read, which, I mean, two of them would be 500, right around 500, and it's just over that. So I know I'll get a little bit of income from that next reader finishing that. But seeing those people starting to buy it now and getting it out there, you know, could be I log in one of these days and it's sold, 1,000 copies or more. Which all of that's nice. I mean, I appreciate it.
Discovery Houston, press to ATO.
Discovery. I feel like this music is repeating over and over. Might try and get a different one. 12 hours of music. I mean, I don't remember. There's more audio from NASA in this one. Yeah, listening to it, they definitely have. Oh, we're almost there. Um, More of that, and then it ended on that. Okay, so it's different. I like the rain in the background of it. I like, you know. Does it all have to be lo-fi? Huh. It's a lot of videos. There's a lot of chill and lo-fi. Xmod Matt, huh? Vibrant music library. Ambient chill music. Vibrant music library. Yeah, we'll keep this one. I think we're good. There we are. We're at double. All right, let's go for the goal, and then we'll call it a night. Really appreciate everybody that comes into the stream, the chatters, the people who like, subscribe, share, all that. Really appreciate everybody. Helping the channel to grow. Although now I'm not playing the laundromat simulator as much, it's not growing as rapidly. So there's that, but I'm okay with that. I mean, just chilling out now. So as I said, probably wake up this weekend. I guess it's supposed to be another hot one.
So I'm gonna try and go out early and weed the yard and get all that stuff done
Earlier rather than later. This is the one we're trying to get to 33 on it. So just keep in mind that's why I'm kind of going ahead, buying some extra here, seeing how far we can get before we really need to
get the Angels again. Might have to get the Angels one more time, maybe. But I'm more focused on the game right now, so should be able to do that. No problem.
So yeah. Oh, I could have gotten the upgrade. What an idiot. Switch over to the next. There we go.
Liftoff of mission 41D, the first flight of the orbital Discovery, and the shuttle has cleared the tower.
See, we're hitting that. I know this is the same song. I can hear it.
Discovery's 4 computers now have primary control of critical vehicle functions.
Oh, that's annoying. All right, we're gonna try someone else now.
Let's see. Let's go.
Let's go to the 2023 New Year's edition. See, it still sounds the same. What's this one?
Supposedly all
Copyright free. Maybe not that one. Anything that has lyrics generally tends not to be. Now let's try this one.
it's more of a relaxed movement. A clear mind. Man, shouldn't need it for too long anyway.
That was weird. We should focus up on
the goal now and just close in on that sucker. We can get it in about 15 minutes, I think, from now if I just focused on it.
what's the next upgrade? 400 quintillion, not quadrillion. So that's a ways. We're not going to get that tonight for sure.
Yeah, 3 minutes we get 10 more.
Actually, less than it'll be 2 more minutes. We can get that technically under 2 minutes, but we're gonna go for that in the next 2 minutes here. The managers we need to get 30 quadrillion too, but we're gonna hit this one I think first, because that one's just gonna control the free floating shares, skybox, whatever they call them. Chill out, nice music. Wasn't really expecting anybody to jump on. I was just streaming. Yeah, I haven't watched mainstream TV in probably 5 years. It's mostly YouTube content and, very controlled, because if I'm seeing some of that stuff I don't like, the message is, I guess, what they're calling it, I just turn it off. I'll watch something else and do something else. And I can't get vested in any more shows. I mean, I was gonna say the Last of Us, the season 2 fell off by over half of their audience stopped watching. And the same thing with Doctor Who, and the actors who were in Doctor Who. For every viewer we lose, it's currently a viewer that based or whatever you want to call it, they'd pick up 100. Same thing happened with Doctor Who. Their viewership's down like 55%. They are hemorrhaging cash all over the place. That's why I don't know why the funding is still there. It's been 15 years, literally losing trillions, maybe even quadrillions dollars cash, and that message is still being pushed. I don't understand, but it's caused people like me and a lot of people to stop watching TV and stuff. So what's the? Oh, we're almost there, but we're not quite there. I can go ahead and get it. We're 46 billion. To get it. I think I just jinxed myself on that one. I'm starting to get tired, so definitely gonna be wanting to get this goal on this round of Angels. Should be able to do it. Another 47 seconds. Hmm?
And we'll have the upgrade at least. We'll see what the next level. Shouldn't be too much more, maybe 80 quadrillion for the 31st. But yeah, it's gonna be.
We might have to get another set of angels to get it. Double everything up. Let's see how much the next one is.
$129. Oh, we might have to do another round of angles.
Just to get it. What's the next? We are at a quintillion here, but only 84 quadrillion here. That one. Let's get some trillions going.
This is the next one. All right.
We're gonna be close. I mean, I probably should buy the manager for the floating chair
Box, skybox. But really, the 57 trillion's where we're, or quadrillion, this is where we're going next.
That's what we're doing. We'll get this one. What does that give me? 1.1 on the uniform designer. Now we're going a little bit harder right here. 1.25 everything on the 50. What's the next on it? Quintillion.
Well, we'll get this one here in a second, and we'll see what this. I think the speed increases by 10% on this. So it should be about 5 seconds less.
Here in about 10 seconds. No! See, I wonder, like these events roll around, they just circle around and around and around. I wonder if I use gold on them to boost, if the next time it rolls around, if it will also do that. Right, yep, the numbers are going to work out where we have to take more angels.
The game just crashed, I think. We can reopen that.
Weird how it just crashed. This game has been crashing lately. Oh, only 100 quadrillion for these guys? We're gonna go totally automatic. Yeah, before we get to the angel limit. I bet it's a quintillion to get to that. Hmm. We're gonna have to go around one more time. I don't like that because it's another 15 minutes. I got more warps? See, we're getting almost 40 quadrillion. It's 36 quadrillion, 37 and a half. How about the heavier one? Smartly. They both 1 minute per run, basically. Make more cash. We're gonna get this with about an hour to spare, though. Yeah, it's really coming around. That the other part of that is, it's a little bit of an exponential growth because all these totals will be doubled, but on top of that, we are going to buy more of them, so it'll even increase further. So that's really where our true power lies, is in that understanding of we're already going to be buying more of what we need. What's the next? Let's hit the next on that. Yeah, in another minute and a half, we'll have all the managers and probably buy the 31st one before we get the angels. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, but doubling up. I mean, last time we didn't even get to 30. This time we got to 30. We're going to get to 31. My guess is we'll hit it. It's just going to be an annoying another 15 minutes. See, that's how much of an advantage the manager gives you. It's about 7 seconds that I wasn't gaining anything because I didn't click on it right away when it finished. So that's how much faster the managers are that run things for you, especially this first one. I can't even imagine how many times it's been clicked now. Hypno Toad! Now we have all the managers. We don't click anything on the screen other than to buy upgrades and buy things. Hit the 129 mark. Where are we at with the investors? We won't get it. We're gonna hit the investors before we get that, I think. 20 seconds. We'll see how many more investors get added in that 20-second time frame. So we're sitting at 38, let's say 30, yeah, 38. 38.64, 39.90. So we got about 150 there, and looks like about 80 more on this one. So 150 here, 80. Yeah, that makes sense. Where are we at with that? So another 2 go rounds, we'll have it. Oh, we will get the 1. We'll get it, and then see what the next one up is, and then we'll get the angels. Could use a warp now, and then we get that for sure. Could cut off the 15-minute time. That would be worth it. Probably should have used a warp long before now. Because I don't think, if I use the time warp, we're there. We've got it. Or I could save the warp for tomorrow, and if we play this, I don't know. We'll probably do some Tempest Rising. Another 30 seconds to go before we get the investors, and we get, it's going to be kind of simultaneous, huh? We got it. We got it. All right, let's see what the next one is. 363, that's not bad. I thought this was going to be like 500 or something like that, and then the next one would be 1.1 quadrillion or something. Quintillion. All right, let's take the investors and get on with it. We'll do it the hard way. We'll save the... Yeah, I'm probably gonna be pretty silent now. I'm starting to get tired, so it's, you know, if you guys have anything to say, feel free, and we can talk about whatever. Walk it off. $1 million drips. Mm. Sécurité. Those really don't do much for us. That does more for us than anything else. If we don't make that 33 here before the Angels, we'll use the warp. Because we already, almost an eighth of the way or 15% of the way there.
probably going to be faster too, because I mean we're going to buy more, which will give us more investors, and the whole thing just keeps going up and up and up. It's kind of the way the game's designed. It's satisfying. You hit these little goals. Well, we're gonna hit the. Yep. I know I said 15 minutes, but we're almost at that mark. Probably gonna be another 15 minutes actually. We'll get there. I'll finally get a good night's sleep tonight because I got nothing. I mean, I don't have work tomorrow. You know, after all this time, this music kind of reminded me of Seventh Guest. So sidetrack me on the thought of there's a new 3D version, VR version of Seventh Guest, and the house is similar, but it's not the same house in that game. And then I came to realize that the inside of Stoff's mansion in the original Seventh Guest 11th Hour doesn't match the outside of the house. Because the dining room, which is the first room you go into, there's no other door on the left when you face that wall. There's a couch in the corner. And then that door, but there's also no windows on the wall that's closest to the front door. So it's almost like there's another room that was supposed to be there that isn't there. Like, it's almost like they took 2 rooms out that should have been in there. They just didn't complete it in the first game. And then in the second game, they had to kind of continue with that, not having them in there because they had already took them out of the first game. So the second game is just further in the future, and the house is kind of wrecked because the Seventh Guest, which was a boy that snuck in, and somehow lived like 30 years in the house. It's got, well, maybe 20. He looked like he was about 30, 35. finally was able to escape the house. And the house caught on fire and burned, so it's damaged. But it didn't burn away completely. Somehow the house put itself out, or fire department came, put it out. I don't know what happened with it. But the layout of the house, the library, which is on the other side, directly opposing the dining room, I mean, they're both inset into the house. So there should be another room on both sides, closer to the front door. And there's not. The kitchen kind of makes sense, but there's also a room that's should be leading out of the kitchen on that side, but there isn't. On the bottom floor, well, the music room and the other stuff are on the other side. So I guess that kind of matches. But it's kind of like the house goes in, there's an extra room there, comes back in, and then you have the kitchen and the music room on the bottom floor. There should be something else there. And then you go into the basement, and it's the crypt and the maze, which the layout, none of the layout makes sense. The upstairs makes more sense in that it's kind of square and there's bedrooms on both sides and a bathroom, and if they'd build that game today, I bet it would be, I'm almost sure it would be different. I swear to God, every once in a while, both day and night, I'm in the basement. This is where my office is. I have one window, the smaller window, up on this side, and then there's one. Actually, is the biggest window in the basement. I don't know how or why they put that in there. Personally, I like it. Um, but that window, I always seem to see movement, day or night. In the day, sometimes it's animals. I've seen cats and rabbits and birds for the most part. Nothing else that's been too extreme. But every once in a while, it's like this flicker. I don't know what it is. I just saw it. That's talking about it. But yeah, it's unusual. Let's see what the next is. Next. Quintillion. Yeah, a bunch of quintillions. We don't. Oh, we do have one quadrillion. We have two. We have this one too. What does that give you? 40 times? This is going to be 200 trillion. Doesn't really get us a lot. Nah, we're not going to be doing that. We'll get this one, and then we'll upgrade these. Because getting 2 or 3 more of these would get us to about 60. Well, 52-ish. I don't know. guess I could use the boost, but I don't really want to do that either. I mean, if I use the boost, I'd definitely be getting it here soon too. Probably, maybe we'll do that. What's the goal? No, we're a little behind. Talking too much, not playing enough. Really, that's the whole problem there. We'll find out what the final number is here in a second, but find out. Yeah, I knew it was quintillion. We'd have to go another round for sure. At least one more. We're gonna use a warp. So we're gonna, I think we're there. We're gonna boost it and then we'll warp. So we'll get some massive gains here. And then we'll buy the last one and call it a night. Look at that, guys. We got it. We got the goal. And let's look at the next, please. We even got the goal. Up the skybox. Can equip that. What's the next upgrade? Quintillion. 400 quintillion. Oh, we're getting quintillions. Where? It's interesting. Oh, we probably have some left over. Okay, career. Swap. Equip that. Yeah, I knew we were gonna run out of that. But we're also gonna claim this. Oh, we're not doing another goal. And we got up there pretty good on our rank currently. I mean, if I played it through it this weekend, I could probably do it, but I think that's where we're gonna end it for the night, guys. I could claim the Angels. Maybe I'll start out with this tomorrow and move into Tempest Rising. I'm going to take a look at the Twitch tracker, see what the next game on our list should be, not what I have. All right, guys. Thank you for joining me, Adam, here on Glowing Card Gaming. And I really appreciate that's weird. I think I got the wrong one. Oh yeah, up the game volume. No, we're good. Thanks for joining me on the night shift here on Glowing Card Gaming. Again, I'm your host, Adam. And until next time, be good to each other. I'll see